What we gonna do right here is go back, way back into time.
Sky, are you? All the respect them eyes so full. Like a flag, hear me now? So bout it, dig it way.
Entertainment buzz are the real thing, man. Sight.
All right, we want to say a very special welcome to the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. I want to say big up to our listeners logged in right around the world and across Jamaica. It is the EBUZZ, and guess what, Bones? Today is International Nurses Day. So happy International Nurses Day to all our nurses worldwide.
They are definitely some miracle workers, so we want to pay homage to all the nurses across Jamaica and the world. We wanted to say thank you for all the service that you have given, especially healing and taking care of some very sick people, and of course putting up with a lot of abuse. The nurses get enough abuse sometimes, you know. So we want
to big up. It's a difficult field, don't it?
It is. It's a very difficult field. So we want to big up all the nurses. One particular nurse, I want to big up Marie Wallace down there in Montego Bay at the Cornwall Regional Hospital. Works very hard, so big up yourself, Marie. But we're bigging up all the nurses across the world. Miracle workers, we say. And of course, if you're just joining us, we want to say a very special welcome to everyone joining us on the EBUZZ. Of course, it's brought to you by Thomo Vibes Distributors. Trang Back Tonic Wine, straighten your back to make the attack. And it's going to be an attacking night with love vibes. And speaking of attack,
as usual. Remember also that you can follow Irie FM's social media pages. On Instagram, it's IrieFM_JA. Twitter, it's Irie_FM. And Facebook, it's simply Irie FM. So make sure you're following our online platforms.
Yeah, we got a lot of things to talk about tonight, especially the big shootout that happened in Kingston.
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine, Bones? Can you imagine just being in the traffic and not being able to reverse or even go forward?
I've had a situation similar to that at Sting a few years ago. I was blocked in and I couldn't come out. And a man came out with a long jacket and brandished 2 semi-automatic firearms and started shooting. So I had an experience like that. And I couldn't move because we were all blocked in. But this was definitely like a scene from a movie, what was going on. And the people, I want to commend the person who was filming that scenario there, because the shots were happening literally in front of that person and his hand was steady.
Look here, one word, brave.
We call it crazy at one point. Because when you see how the squad ducked down behind the car, like, yes, this is my lifeline. Suppose the man decided to drive off, left him around there. You know, the guy who was in the car. But I tell you. So
not only that, too, but I mean, there are so many things that could have gone wrong. Yeah. And we are just truly appreciative that there weren't any casualties other than, you know, the perpetrators in that situation. But nobody was hurt.
You know, one of the things, of course, want to big up comedian I.T. Ellis. And of course, you know, he was saying that he was caught in the crossfire of the shootout between the police and the gunmen in St. Andrew yesterday. In a short video on social media, IT said he heard what he thought was, at the time, the sound of cars backfiring. However, minutes later, he saw vehicles reversing and turning away. It was in that moment he realized the situation that was unfolding. And the comedian said that he sometimes jokes about being in similar circumstances during his performance. You know, on his performance, he might say, "Oh, gunshot," and he might have a joke. But you know, yesterday's reality was not a pleasant situation for him at all. So you know, it was. I just can't imagine, because when you look at all the things that were going on, it played out live on social media. The people were just filming, and no, sir, rough. But the police need to be commended because they did apprehend and they did shoot.
They did. And, you know, across social media, of course, you know, you cannot please everybody. Yeah. So persons are saying all sorts of things and saying that, you know, they put the lives of civilians at risk. But the truth is, once there is a situation of sorts, there is no way of saying dealing with it properly, because there is no caution to say, okay, this is going to happen, so have everybody clear the roadways. It just happened in the moment. The shots were fired and they defended themselves in that moment. We're just lucky and thankful that the situation did not escalate or had gotten worse.
You know, I just can't understand why people would say you put the people's lives at risk. When the people are shooting at the police, they are putting everybody's life at risk, because they're not trying to just say, let me pick off this person, or they're just shooting wildly. And the police defended the situation. So basically, they couldn't have done anything, as you say. And I mean, of course, it was a jam-packed road. People couldn't get out of the situation so easily. So we just have to commend the police and or the officers who were on hand, because it turned out that there wasn't anybody, any civilians then, or, you know, nobody got hurt. But I think they did kill 2 of the perpetrators and arrested
Yes, they
one.
did.
And arrested one. So.
And just the fact that they were able to quell the situation so quickly, because there are instances where, you know, you hear reports of gunfire just ongoing and for hours. So, you know, I agree with you that they should be commended.
Very much so. And of course, I still bigging up the man who took the picture, who filmed it, whoever filmed it, his hands were steady, and it was on social media. And, you know, that's the segue that we're going into right now. We're going to find out the social media highs and lows with Shanice Williams and Trisann Wilson. Here we go. You look like, damn, then block and delete that one there. No, I tell you. All right, so we're waiting to get that. Social media highs and lows.
Time for social media highs and lows.
Girl, you know so what going on social media? Yeah, girl, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's your social media highs and lows.
Like I every other day, them find something new for try. Them no mention my name, them no feel them not like.
This and every Wednesday we've got the online buzz. I'm Tris.
And I'm Shanice. Let's get right into the highs for this week. Hard work really pays off. After going all out for his album, DJ Khaled's Khaled album is in the #1 position on Billboard charts. Streams of congratulations have been flowing to the DJ. Buju Banton, Bounty Killer, and Capleton, who are featured on the album, also sent messages of congratulations to the DJ. In a post to social media, DJ Khaled posted a tearful video with caption, "I cried many nights, tears of joy and pain making this album. Everyone's beautiful words, text messages really touched my heart. God is great. Thank you. The light. Hashtag Khaled, #1 album in the country at Billboard. I told my team they have permission to film everything. Want my fans to see the real. Just be, always be you." So congratulations to DJ Khaled on his victory, and also congrats to all the artists featured on the album. Teamwork definitely makes the dream work. And just to add, I'm sure this silenced a lot of persons who thought that the album wouldn't take off, or maybe it gave them something to actually talk about.
We the best music.
So now for the lows. I'm sure by now the whole Jamaica has seen the videos that went viral on social media on Monday of the shootout between the police and some gunmen on Trafalgar Road. To be honest, it was almost surreal. It was like I was watching one of those Wild Wild West movies. Vehicles were seen trying to exit the scene. Some persons were seen ducking in their vehicles. Shots were being heard throughout the whole video. One police officer in particular was a focal point, who eventually became a meme for hiding behind a red car. One meme said, "Imagine shootout a go on and police a hide behind your car." Another said, "Me hiding from responsibilities." Comedian IT from IT and Fancy Cat said he was actually caught in the crossfire. The comedian said while he sometimes jokes about being in a similar circumstance during his performances, actually being in the situation was not pleasant. Bounty Killer also seized the opportunity to appeal to young Jamaicans and ask them to change their mindset from one that's inclined to pursue a life of crime. But as old people would always say, long run, short catch. In the end, 2 of the gunmen were shot and killed while another was taken into custody. So, from DJ Khaled's Billboard victory to the Wild Wild shootout, who do you think took social media this week? While that's for another conversation, check it before you click it, because once you hit send, You may be a social media high or low.
And that's your social media highs and lows. Catch us next Wednesday for What's Buzzing.
I'm Shanice.
And I'm Tris. Bye.
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, there. Thank you, Shanice Williams, for social media highs and lows.
And of course, Tristan Wilson. Of course, we'll be right back after this.
Tile Arcade, Seaview Drive, Lucy. We stock toilets, basins, granite countertops, porcelain, tin set, grout, doors, faucets, shower enclosures, glass, blocks, and so much more. Call us 810-9069, WhatsApp 807-8840. The time by Tile Arcade is...
It is 8:44.
I'm going to see the video part.
It's Rocking Reggae Radio. If you're just joining us, it's the EBUZZ, and we're getting ready to have a chat with Abby Dallas. She's going to be on with us tonight, telling us the latest what's happening with her. And she hasn't been on here since 2019. So it's 2021.
Yeah, we haven't spoken to her in a while. I know she has been doing new music and so forth.
Yes, she has.
Sure, I mean, I remember the last time.
Had a conversation with her.
Right, so we're getting ready to have Abby online. And of course, we still, when we were talking about the social media highs and lows a while ago, I definitely the shootout take it.
That
was really wild.
Yes.
I don't think anybody could have thought of that or think something of that magnitude could have happened in the daylight.
Broad daylight. And it was
that's just madness.
It's just crazy. And that is just to show you how the criminality or the criminals are just getting emboldened to do some really unusual style of crimes, because broad daylight, I'm sure they probably didn't even have on a mask or hide. Well, these days.
No, they didn't.
And in the evening, COVID, they didn't have on no mask, but it's not easy.
It's wild. No, while we wait for Abby Dallas, did you hear HBO Max is to launch in Jamaica in June? So we understand that according to Warner Media, they revealed that HBO Max will be available in 39 Caribbean and Latin American territories in late June 2021, including Mexico, Brazil, Haiti, Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Turks and Caicos, and Venezuela. So let's see.
You realize everybody just needs to get to the Caribbean. They're just everything.
Not only the Caribbean, but since COVID and the pandemic, people are just thinking outside the box and looking for innovative and creative ways to maximize their earnings. So now that more people are at home, more people are watching television. So, why not?
No, well, it makes perfect sense. And it also makes dollars. Because to be honest with you, when you also realize that people are not going to the movies, they are not premiering things that will be in the movie theaters at home on the streaming platforms, it only makes sense to make everybody accessible to these platforms that could not be had here normally. They need to get Amazon Prime and then things down here now too. Little things like that.
And it is creating a similar impact because movies are coming out. People are getting excited about it. They're going to these platforms. They're ensuring that they are able to see it, just like how you'd have gone out to the movies.
Exactly. So it's making sense, and we're going to hopefully hope now that we're going to see a lot more of these streaming platforms avail themselves in this part of the world. Some of them are, but it's good because at least now you can watch stuff here. You say, boy, I'm going to fly go far and go watch that. But you can't fly go nowhere now. So you're going to have to watch it here. Hulu and this one and that one, Amazon and
everything
Netflix is
at
here.
your fingertips.
There was one time they were talking about Netflix was going to try to figure out who is sharing passwords and try to cut them off.
I remember that story.
If me buy my Netflix account, I mean, they said, look here, me want to lend you the little Netflix password to watch a movie. You're going to tell me, say, it's not because they're not here, they're going to cut them. No, Netflix, calm down. That's not going to work out at all. But it is what it is. While we wait on Abby Dallas.
Is Abby Dallas there? I am seeing her photograph. Oh,
no, I see her
there
here.
she
Hi,
is.
Abby. How you doing? I see you.
Hi, Abby Dallas. Welcome.
Hi, I'm here. Hi, Bones. Hi, Kishi. What's up?
Hey, so your hair look different. I was looking at a picture of you and I some I think it was a year or so ago. Boy, your hair grew and color changed. Like the look. Love the look.
Thank you.
You haven't been here
but
since.
knowing Abby Dallas, she's always she's very daring. I think when it comes on to your hairstyles, you're always giving us some different types of hairstyles.
Hey, Abby.
That's
So,
true.
It's no surprise there. But welcome. We haven't had a conversation with you in a minute. I know you're promoting a number of singles. Black is the Color is actually a song that you wrote to tackle discrimination. Let's just jump ahead and start right there. Was this idea born out of a personal experience, or tell us the story behind this track?
yeah.
Well, Black is a color, to be honest. It all sprung from what was going on social media with the Black Lives Matters and,
Right.
police killing Black people. And I just decided to, you know what? If I went to the States, because I have a visa,
Yeah.
and many others of my family and, people like myself who are Black go to the States, it could have happened to us or happened to me. So, I felt that whatever is done unto my brother is done unto me. So it felt as if, one of my ancestors from back in the way back in the time come down and say, I need to write about a song here. And I just started writing the song and say, I'm Black and I'm proud, and I sing it out loud. I wrote it in like less than 15, 20 minutes.
Wow. It was already brewing in your psyche, so that's why you got it out so quickly. How long did it take
Yes,
you
it was.
to record and put the whole thing together? You wrote it quickly, but recording it and getting it out, how long did it take you?
I recorded it. It didn't take long to record it either. It was a collaboration between, myself and my friends in my living room. I would just recorded the whole thing right there.
What you're saying to me? No,
Yeah.
one of the things happening, we haven't had you on, so while you were on, there was no COVID. Now there is, and it has shocked the world in so many ways. The entertainment industry has changed in terms of no live performances and so on. How have you been coping? And if so, if you have diversified your portfolio, how have you been coping with this pandemic?
I've been doing a lot of lives. I've been doing a lot of live shows. I recently did a live show a couple months ago, full band and all of these things. And I've been going on live, on Saturdays sometimes and Wednesdays and stuff like that. So I've been keeping myself busy. I've been doing a lot of recordings as well and, putting out projects.
It sounded good.
Speaking about doing a lot of lives, social media has become like the tool, especially for a lot of entertainers. What would you say are some of the disadvantages and advantages of using the online platform to promote your music?
I think right now it's a good platform for artists and to just express yourself as an artist if you're really artistic, and to just perform on people, because a lot of people are not going anywhere and no parties going on. So, they get to sit down and listen to the artist and to see how talented the artist is. So I think it works out best for the artists.
Yeah, it does. And I think you get the message out instantly, whatever you're trying to do. We're not knocking, the tours and the promotional tours, but, there has to be a gathering and there's a time and you have to wait and then they see you. No, they're seeing you instantly. What else can we look out for from Abby Dallas in terms of music? Are you doing an album or EP, anything like that we can look out for this year?
Well, I'm not working on an album right now. However, I have a tons of songs to release. I have some singles to come out. I have a single coming out shortly called Poppy Show. That's my next, song that I'm promoting currently right now.
Tell us about Poppy Show. What's it about?
Well, Poppy Show is a dancehall song that speaks about, women, just all over. I've been hearing women and, my own experience that, just tired of the man them way. Basically, them just have all chat and no action. And, I decided to put it in a song that women can relate to. Not to say me about the man them, but, if nobody not tell them how them gonna get better.
That's true.
You get what I say? Some man not gonna like it, some man not gonna like it. But, we just have to talk the truth. I'm for the ladies.
No talk. I'll talk and no action, eh?
And speaking about the ladies, Abby Dallas, like no more than ever, we are seeing like, more female entertainers stepping up and doing their thing in the business. And you have been around for a minute, in the business. You were one of our music artists.
Yes,
now,
you were.
you're doing your own thing now years later. What actually keeps Abby Dallas going and motivated?
I would say my team, my fans, and just, life experience, the more people knock me down and think that I can do it, the more I rise up and just come back and just hit them and shot them.
And that's a good way to look at it, because a lot of times challenges only make you stronger. You
That's true.
mentioned that some of the people who have really motivated you would be a team. That's another thing I wanted to find out from you. Who is management for Abby Dallas? And of course, if you could give us your social media handles so that people can reach out to you.
Well, right now, I'm managed by Okira 2020 Entertainment Limited.
Right.
And of course, Gillo and the whole team. So,
Yes.
it's a team of us.
And your social media, how do they get to you?
Oh, my social media on IG is The Abby Dallas, TheAbbydallas. Facebook is Abby Dallas, Twitter is Abby Dallas.
All right.
And are there any live performances brewing in the pipeline? On your social media, I saw that you were promoting a live performance and then that got postponed. What's brewing as it relates to that? Do you have a new date? When can persons see your live performance?
Yeah.
The show actually went over the weekend on a streaming site. So it actually passed and went. So I was actually on live at the time promoting it as well. So it actually went.
All right.
I see you have your setup right there, Bones. Sorry, like you have your microphone, you have your backdrop. So you're really taking your online performances on a serious level and how you present yourself, I see.
I'm at work right now. Even if I'm in my house, I'm at work.
You set up your house to be your work. But guess what?
Yes.
Puppy Show, the single that you have out. I would love for you to introduce it to the listeners. You introduce it, and we'll play it right here. But you have to give it that Abby Dallas intro style. I will bring it here. So take it away, Abby.
All right. Well, I don't know this is Abby Dallas, and right now this is my new single, Puppy Show. For the man them who just have all talk and no action, this song is for you. Yeah, no weak fence around here.
You know some not call the boy back. Cause right now my vex block and delete that. Every time the boy see me saying have something forgive me. When I put him to the test, him never really get no ticket. New year, new man. We not take program. We tired of the worthless man. Who the hell a call me? Some boy a boss and a go on and can't do the work. Cute face, tight pants and can't mash the yoke. Have a bag of girl in a rotation. When you check it out, him a dopey portion. Hype and a go on and can't do the work. Cute face, tight pants and can't mash the yoke. Have a bag of girl in a rotation. When you check it out, him can't please one. I'ma do my ear slipping, I'm a little Vicky. Real hot for the work, you want for really this me. With your liquor shrink, that can't please nobody. Me no wanna take a list, so me not hurry. Jah know me sorry for the girl we come after me. She a go muggle pan your arm, think she win the Grammy. When you introduce her to your little teeny weenie, she a go dash away like Granny Ochi me. Some boy a boast and a go on and can't do the work. Cute face, tight pants and can't mash the yoke. Have a bag of girl in a rotation. When you check it out, him a dopey portion. Hype and a go on and can't do the work. Cute face, tight pants and can't mash the yoke. Have a bag of girl in a rotation. When you check it out, him can't please one. The new year, me no wanna broke boy. Tired of the waste man, them out a look. Small shot man, dull knife with no cut. 1 week me give the boy out for dog. A boy ya hype up, can't angle the walk. Take off the training wheel ride rope. Bring the magnum, make we crank it up. Man after strong, can't use to take it up. Some boy ya post and a go on and can't do the work.
I mean, you're so naughty. Naughty girl.
Really? I never know that. I just express myself.
But you know, and then Abby's looking on the line so shy, like, oh yes, this is such a lovely. Here you talk them things, eh? And what's the reception that you've been getting from the song? Is this officially released?
I mean, so far, everybody love it. The ladies are loving it. They must say them can relate, and they must say them need to play it for them ex way. Never that go and good and all of them something.
Man, not gonna like that song there. No.
And no for the man them like them want to prove a point, like it and mash up them ego, like them and say, nobody ever call me say it. No girl ever tell me say, I can't do the work. Yeah.
So do you
I don't know Bones way say. Are you may ask the question? Nobody never tell you that yet.
I'm a very shy person, you know. I really, that kind of question has offset my equilibrium. I'm not quite sure how to answer that because I just.
Poppy show.
Yeah, gangsta boy, yeah. Oh yeah, talk say. Oh.
No, I mean, do you have a
Yeah.
social media strategy in the pipeline to say promote that song? Because you know you can't touch out and go on a dance or go on a party.
Right,
And it is one of those songs to get you going and get the dance up and pumping. But how do you plan to promote it using the online platforms?
Yeah.
Well, of course, I plan to. It will be available soon, all digital platforms.
Right.
I plan to, the dances that are going on online, I plan to make it go out there like that. I mean, it's playing on the radio now. It's about up radio at.
Yep.
I mean, just have the dancers them take, you have the dancers them for dance with all them something. Just crazy promotion. Crazy promotion. A video is coming soon as well. So, crazy promotion. So, I got to see who may I call Poppy Show and all them something. You have to have that person there. Yeah.
You never call me if you come in a video. Come in, no, sir. No, sir.
So, you want to come in at the video?
No thanks. No thanks.
And that's it?
No, sir. I'm glad you not call me in a video because me know so I get style. But by the way, Abby, we want to thank you so much for making time to talk to us tonight. And of course, always good to have you. It's been too long. Let's not make it so long again for you to forward.
Yes, that's so true.
And any projects you have, you just let us know. We're only too happy to have you on. Be good, be safe, take care of yourself and the family. And of course, we look forward to talking to you again.
We wish you all the best.
Thank you for having me.
Big up yourself, Abby.
All right, so of course that's
all right. Thank you.
So just look out for Poppy Show and some other singles that she's working on right now, and you can check out her social media platforms for more details.
Right, and now we were talking about the streaming services earlier, and talking about you were talking about HBO Max that was trying to release to come into the Caribbean and other parts of the world. Well, that's one thing we want to get going right now. So we're now going to At the Movies. That's our next pre-recorded feature with Maisha Brody.
Lights, camera, action. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. Hey movie lovers, welcome to At the Movies. I'm Maisha Brody. Culture and Entertainment Minister Olivia Babsy-Grange is appealing to Jamaicans to support local actors who have taken their shows to the virtual stage due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Several actors such as Oliver Samuels, Glenn Titus Campbell and Audrey Reed are now using online platforms such as mytelefy.tv to showcase their talents. In a video posted on Twitter at the weekend, Miss Grange encouraged theatre lovers to support the cast and producers of Jambies Entertainment's Win the Screen Posse, the last showing of which was on Sunday. She tweeted, "I am appealing for support for creative artists."
Hi, this is Babsy Grange. Guess what? Glenn Titus Campbell and the Jambies crew are now in line with their plays. Same fun and laughter, but now available in the convenience of your home. Support your Jamaican culture every time.
Culture and Entertainment Minister Olivia Babsy-Grange. Still on the movie scene, a local production team including 2 students enrolled at the University of the West Indies was selected to produce their animated short film 11 Robot Reggae Band for the 52nd season of Sesame Street. The animation students Siobhan Irving and Taja Winkle will work with local animator George Hay. According to Animation World Network, the team was selected from a pool of entrants who responded to a call for pitches from Sesame Workshop, the non-profit educational organization behind Sesame Street. This was facilitated through a partnership with Kingston Animation and Film Festival, which is organized by the Jamaican government. It's now time for this week's Top 5 movies. At number 5, we have Love and Monsters. At number 4 this week is Godzilla vs. Kong. The Vault takes the number 3 spot. At number 2, we have Nobody. And in the number 1 spot this week is Concrete Cowboy. If you love great movies and series, go ahead and add these to your watch list. That's a wrap. Join us next week for more
I think I joined up.
exciting movie news for At
I'm
the
joined up.
Movies.
Yeah,
I'm
this sounds good.
Maisha Brody.
Book on.
That was At the Movies with Maisha Brody, and of course, getting all
Always
the
some good content with At the Movies. So big up Maisha.
We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
The time brought to you by IRI FM is...
The time at IRI FM is now 4 minutes after the hour of 9 o'clock. And of course... Kaboom! Yes, kaboom! Is there any more breaks? No? Good.
The time brought to you by IRI FM is...
9:04. All right, so just in case you didn't hear that the first time, we'll do it again. All right, so guess what? It's now time for our music artists. Every week we provide a platform for up-and-coming talent to showcase what they're doing and what's been working on. But I think this week we have what you called a little bit of brata here because we have a talented artist and on top of that, he's also a talented producer. So this week, our music artist is Ras Blinga. Welcome, Ras Blinga, my boss.
Sir Bones! Greetings, young Kashiva, Francis.
I don't know why I thought you had locks.
Yeah, when he said Ras, not true.
Yeah, Ras Blinga. I don't know why.
Well, Ras not the heart, you know. No locks, but Ras not the heart, you see it.
All right, so Ras Blinga, real quick, how you get the name Ras Blinga? You're not Rasta. So you say it's a hard, but how you come by that name?
I know my tablet sound like it's low, but...
You can't hear us?
Where's something going on?
We can hear you.
We're hearing you, Ras
Hear you loud and clear.
You hear me?
Yeah, man.
Loud and clear?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm struggling here to hear you guys anyway. I don't know if it's because the tablet, I don't know what's going on with the tablet, but I can hardly hear you guys anyway. So.
Well, we're going to have to push through same way. Tell us how you got the name Ras Blinga.
I was gonna rest, you know. I was at the point of, you know, locking my ear, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I changed and I decided not to, you know what I mean, grow my ear anymore, you know what I mean? I'll be a rasta anymore, you know what I mean?
So, but you never take off the Ras off the name, although you take off the locks. You never, the locks never come out.
Actually, I converted to RB, Ras Blinga, aka RB.
No, you know, getting started or getting the break in the music business, usually, you know, it can be challenging because there are a lot of entertainers in the business. Talk to us about your experience trying to break into the music industry.
My experience, like trying to get my music out there. I don't really have a problem, like, you know, with selector, you know, playing my songs, you know what I mean? Because me, everybody good. So once you humble yourself in the music industry, you know what I mean, and you're doing positive songs like people can gravitate to it, you will get far, you know what I mean?
All right, so there's a song that you're promoting now, which is Sweet Jamaica. I think this is a collaboration with yourself and Sativa, the Black One. Tell us a little bit about that song. And of course, I feel that song is very appropriate with what is happening in the world right now.
That song was written about 5 years ago. I've done a feature with Shana, which is my cousin, but he didn't really go hard on the track, you know what I mean? So I saw Sativa, and Sativa was spitting some lyrics, and I said, you know, we could do well with a remix and the Sweet Jamaica.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's where that song came about. The remix and that song, that's why that song been working so good right now. People gravitating to the song, loving the song, you know what I mean?
Did your cousin take it personal when you took him off the track because he wasn't going hard enough?
No. Me and he's still good anyway because he still want to do some work with me. He still want to write some song for me. He still want me to do some collab, you know what I mean? You get me?
But you know, Ras Blinga, you're someone who is obviously multifaceted in terms of, in parts of the music, in terms of you're an artist yourself. Give us, and a producer, tell us a little bit about some of the songs that you've produced. Who are some of the people you've worked with?
Yeah, I've worked with Shannon Moore, Shano, Virgin, Javinci, Ira, Turbulence, etc. Up Top Boss, PJ, you know what I mean?
Wow. You have a long repertoire.
At what point did you decide that you wanted to you wanted the spotlight for yourself and not so much remain in a backseat per se?
You know, I went by determined yard about I think it was about 4 years ago, you know what I mean? And I was writing a song called Some Boy Full of Big Chat and Can't Defend That. And determined like the lyrics and say, he said, Blinga, you know you should DJ youth. If you DJ in the youth, you start DJ youth.
So he was the one who encouraged you to start DJ.
Yeah, determined. Yeah, he's the one who encouraged me to start write some songs and start DJ.
All right. Now, what we wanted to do, Blinga, this song that you're promoting now, which is Sweet Jamaica, we'd love for you to introduce the song, but we'll play it here on the radio. And of course, we will now get the message of the song when the listeners hear it. So, in your own Blinga style, bring on Sweet Jamaica.
This is my song called Sweet Jamaica. You know what I mean? Produced by Blinga. You know what I mean? So take a listen to this song right now. You know what I mean? The song of EBUZZ.
All right.
Jamaica, Jamaica. Lord, yeah. Then I must stop the violence and crime. Blinga, tell them. Once upon a time, Jamaica used to nice, yes. Reggae. Now radio, it's all violence and crime. Yeah. Everywhere me turn, me a gunshot a bow. Why me a tell you? Me need someone loses their life. Give me back me sweet Jamaica. Me want back me sweet Jamaica. Give me back me sweet Jamaica. Me want back me sweet Jamaica. Give me back me sweet Jamaica. But you no come round here. Me want back me sweet Jamaica. Jamaica. Think you don't mash up the carpet. Remember one look that time when Bob Marley sing. Still I chant the river, not to mention the spring. Me old King Selassie, I a black man king. I listen to the birds and up the tree when them a sing. Tourists come at Jamaica and I set them feel pleased. Natural sunshine and the cool sea breeze. In the car, put them mind at ease. Take them on the food out of the Rasta youth pot. They get the vitals through in at the calabash. When them done wash off them heart with a coconut. Overseas them a set them no one fi go back. They want a little place, it come respond the black. As a dancer keep set the whole place black. If you want no Jamaica sweet, go and go ask drops. Them give you reggae music, dance all and hip hop. Even though we small, we are the biggest man the map. Can I? Give me back me sweet Jamaica. Me want back me sweet Jamaica. Give me back me sweet Jamaica. Me want back me sweet Jamaica.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Blinga, listening to this song just talking about give me back my sweet Jamaica and with the recent events that happened this week, what are your views regarding the shootout between gunmen and police while people were in traffic in Kingston?
Boy, to be honest, you know what I mean, no matter how we try to spread the message across to the younger set of generation, the older set of generation, you know what I mean, they still get up and do, you know what I mean, the same thing over and over, you know what I mean.
It is hard. And in terms of, well, the song is talking about the same thing. We really want to get back our Jamaica. And we really want to get it back the real way.
Yeah, because
tell us yes, go ahead.
There's a lot of overseas people who wanna come back to Jamaica and live, buy a property and all this thing to get me. But they are so scared. You know what I mean? They don't really want to come back, you know what I mean, until they know that and the crime rate, you know, drop, you know what I mean? But instead of the crime rate drop, it's still going up, you know what I mean?
You know, one of the things, Blinga, is that your lineage, you're originally from Lucy, Hanover, but you're also based in the United Kingdom. What's the impression over there when you're in London or in the United Kingdom of what's happening in Jamaica? What's the kind of vibe you're getting about your homeland over there in London?
You know, some of my friends say, boy, I'm thinking I'm come back I had him for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, but I'm scared. Even 2 days ago, my friend was telling me the same thing, you know. I said, boy, you know, me I go to Jamaica, you know, I look what take this and water do road, you know what I mean? You get me? So some people wanna come back and have fun, but you're scared still to come back and have fun. You know what I mean? You get me? But like I said to you, even the crime, you see what's going on. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you violate some people, you know what I mean? You get me? But that I say because somebody violate you, you have to shoot a person. You know what I mean? In public car, you know what I mean, or in traffic car, or at the workplace. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
But I tell you this, crime is everywhere and it's
Of
proportional
course.
because I think they had several mass shootings in the United States just over the weekend. So I just think
Crime,
it's everywhere and we still have a
you're
beautiful
absolutely right.
gem of a country that everybody wants to come to. And of course, I think the tourist board needs to take up that song and look into using it as a little
That's why we're
promotional
trying to
thing.
take that song right now, dear. We're trying to take the song to the tourist board right now. You know what I mean? I did have a chat with Babsy Green, you know what I mean? I think it was couple weeks ago, you know what I mean? I was, talking to her about the song, you know what I mean? You get me? Because the song and the video, you know what I mean, is telling you all about Jamaica. Our nice, beautiful country, you know what I mean? You get me? Or sweet Jamaica is, or nice Jamaica is, you know what I mean?
I think too, like, for many moons and over the years, you've been talking about the beauty of the country and how lovely it is and how great it is and pouring out all this love for Jamaica. But it's about time we pour some of that love for each other, for the people in
That's
Jamaica,
what the
for
world need. The
Jamaicans,
world need
because
love, you know what I
you
mean?
can love the country, but then when the hate for each other is so real, you find that the problem is just going to be ongoing and persist. So we have to start with loving each other, don't it?
Of
Totally
course,
agree.
that's what the world need, love, you know what I mean?
And of
To
course,
unite together, we need to
it's a
show
good way,
love, spread
and
love, you
music
know what I
can
mean?
spread love too. So music is
Yeah.
also a very good vehicle for that. I wanted to find out from you, Ras Blinga, talk to us a little bit about your management, if any. Who, if they're hearing you, want to do some work with you, how they get to,
Yeah, I'm actually working with a manager now, you know what I mean?
all right, tell
His
us.
name is Winston Watson. So Winston Watson, big up yourself, anyway, stand up anyway, sit up, you know what I mean?
All right,
He's
and
based in
social
the
media
UK.
pages, how we get to you.
Wrestlinger, aka RB, and Instagram, Vivo Wrestlinger Music, you know what I mean? Facebook Wrestlinger,
All right, so a lot
and
of things,
YouTube Wrestlinger Records.
everything
So with
said.
with the focus now on your musical career, Rasblinger, and you putting yourself to the fore, does this mean that the production side for Rasblinger will be slowed, like you're concentrating on you, or will you be still working and producing other entertainers?
Yeah, I'm actually working on my EP at the moment because if it was for Corona, I would be in Africa right now, Germany. You know what I mean? Because some people is gonna book me in Africa and Germany.
Right.
So hopefully, after, if the world go back to normal, I should be in Africa or Germany. You know what I mean? But yeah, I still gonna produce some artists. You know what I mean? Cause Shani Mo is my cousin, and I've actually produced 3 nice tracks for her already. You know what I mean? It's doing well. 365 doing well. Love and Other Drugs doing well. You know what I mean? So I'm still gonna do some production same. You know what I mean? Because I distribute with VP and my thing copyright up. You know what I mean? And I make sure everything that I'm doing, you know what I mean, it's registered, copyright up. You know what I mean? So
You're doing the
yeah,
right thing, making sure your
yeah,
documentation is up and running.
yeah,
Before you
yeah,
go,
yeah, yeah.
Rasplinger, tell anybody you want to big up or make mention of because, you're on this platform and, we love Jamaica, we love new artists. Anybody you want to
Yes,
big up, go right ahead.
I want to big up my uncle Tanner in Florida right now, who motivate me all the way. My mom who pass away, you know what I mean, who believe in me,
Yes.
you know what I mean. I want to big up Cindy, you know what I mean, who believe in me as well, you know what I mean. I want to big up Mikkel, you know what I mean. I big up Akil, I big up Tony, and I want to big up my brothers and sisters them in Mount Peace, you know what I mean.
Right.
You get me? Who for him don't get big up? I want to big up Sativa on the track. It's just a beautiful track. And Sativa is a great artist.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Good artist, you know what I mean? I want to big him up, you know what I mean? And that's about it.
All right.
You know what I mean?
All right, Ras Blinga, thank you, and we wish you all the
Yes,
best.
Ras Blinga. Big up Mount Peace again. And big up the Maryland family too. See him.
Yeah, man, big up one piece of the place boards.
Yeah, man. For your place.
And the Merlin, yeah, you know what I mean?
All right, sir. Respect
Yeah.
and love.
Thanks for having me, Bones and Kashima, you know what I mean? I appreciate the love and the support, you know what I mean?
Enough love and
All
respect.
right, big up yourself.
Love
Big up
respect
Ras
to manners,
Blinga.
yeah.
Yes,
Lots of
sir.
love, yeah.
Enough love. Yeah, man.
All right, so before we go to the break, do you want us to go to our fashion forward with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop?
I think you could not have said it more appropriately. Yes. Fashion forward. What's popping with Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop?
Catch him outside. Good thing then.
It's Fashion Forward, a weekly look into what's popping,
what's hot and what's not,
hip and trendy. It's the space for all things fashion.
This week, we have some tips for you as you go about your online shopping. From local online stores to Amazon, AliExpress, Shein, and a variety of others, online shopping is fun, and ladies, we know it's your favorite pastime. Online shopping is an easy and convenient way to compare prices, find bargains, and save money. However, as easy as it is, so too are the risks. But don't worry, as usual, we've definitely got you covered.
And another thing you need to point out is, to the ladies, a lot of time I see some ladies, they order something online, and when it come, they're complaining because they don't look the same as how they saw it online.
Well, that's Lollipop's side. But that's a topic for another time. We spoke with Mr. Garfield Sinclair, IT manager here at IRIFM. Mr. Sinclair, tell us, how can we shop safely online?
1, ensure the website is secure, and this is a very basic one. 2, be aware of fake online websites. 3, educate yourself on some of the policies of the online company. And though this area may not seem like a typical safe shopping tip, it is important when considering return policies in the event of issues with your delivery.
Valid points. Mr. Sinclair, how can we identify that the site we are shopping on is safe and secured?
So one of the ways of knowing a site is secure is simply to look in your address bar and ensure that the website address starts with HTTPS. Unsecure sites will only show HTTP. Now, the S stands for security, and this is very important. You can also look for a padlock symbol at the beginning of an address.
That was Mr. Garfield Sinclair, IT manager here at IRIFM.
He made some valid point. I mean, anything you do online, we have to do with your credit card and any information. It can be risky. It is a risk.
True. Online stores are all over the internet, especially on the social media platforms. And everyone is trying to make a quick buck even at your expense. Be apprehensive, even defensive. Remember, when in doubt, just
I'm here.
Instincts. Remember to keep it locked to this space for more fashionable updates. For Fashion Forward, I'm Shamara alongside
DJ Lollipop, the party fanatic.
See you next week.
Fashion forward. That's what's popping. And of course, thanks again to Shamara Preston and DJ Lollipop for bringing us Fashion Forward. We're going to be going for a quick break, and then we'll be right back.
The time brought to you by IRIFM is...
It's now 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. And of course, if you're just joining us, it is the EBUZZ. And we are talking to now the original fireman. The man said fire pan rum. The man fired on everything. But I'm having on a red shirt too, like him. I'll button on the place, you know.
You know someone?
My brethren.
Beer fire.
Time.
Well, I tell you, fireman and the firewoman Kashima, what a fire tonight.
That sounds like a forest fire.
We're matching,
We are tell you, boy, because the word out the road so red, you know? Out the road so red, bones, it red.
Red in your frock, you know.
But you know, B, you in your latest song that you're promoting, right? You ask a question that is on the lips of everybody.
Yeah.
When are we going back to normal?
No, man. When? That biggest question. Biggest question right now.
In your opinion, though, when do you think normalcy will resume?
Boy, that's it. I don't have an answer for that question. And that's why I asked the question.
I don't think anybody has an answer.
I don't think anybody, you understand? I don't think the medical community, the political community, the entertainment community, the religious community, the security community. I don't know who to turn to right now. but I'm still asking, you know.
Well, I tell you something. Well, we're going to have to operate normally on this platform because we have Anthony B right here. What is the latest with Anthony B in terms of music, EP, projects? Because I couldn't tell last year. I just know that you're not in Jamaica. You're not. You're in and out.
Well, I'm in the studio working on the next upcoming album.
Yes.
You understand? And I look to get that album out by 2022. And I'm also giving thanks because I've received something in my musical career, which is a milestone that I've never known I would receive that in my living life, you know. So I was called by Spotify and I was given a Spotify plaque for streaming, for 19 million streaming on Spotify. So
I was having a conversation with somebody today and they were saying to me that you're an extremely good seller. You sell very well on the streams all the time. And of course, only deserve.
Yeah, you know, we try our best. We try our best to create good, positive music and represent Jamaica in that positive light because that's what the world knows Jamaica for from the inception. Hardworking people, always talking about cool runnings, man, Irie, man, everything, Chris, man. We are always that peaceful people who, you understand, welcome strangers in our home. And it doesn't matter where you're from in the world. You can meet a Jamaican and even if you don't have no money, he's still going to try to feed you. So that's a concept that the world know about Jamaica. And that's a concept that I'm trying to keep alive and keep well and keep that culture. You understand? Because we're from the generation where we inspire the world to copy Jamaica. We're not from the generation that living in Jamaica want to copy foreign. You understand? So we're from that generation that everybody want to be Jamaican. We're not from the generation where every Jamaican want to be somebody else.
Yes, you're right.
So we have to keep that part of the culture alive. You know?
And B, it's interesting you said that because one of those entertainers who tour extensively, flying the Jamaican banner high just right across the world. Talk to what would you say to upcoming entertainers as it relates to the importance of creating a proper catalog that whether or not you have a so-called hit song or a hot song running the place, you're still in demand?
First thing I'm going to say to young entertainers, I'm not going to tell you how to do your craft and tell you what to write about, but the first thing I'm going to tell you that being a Jamaican entertainer, no gun song has made a Jamaican entertainer into a superstar. No gun song, no song about killing somebody, no song about, you understand, no violent kind of music. And the way the world is operating now about with censorship and radio and all of that. There is, in America, they got this thing called hate crime. Certain DJs on the radio, they can't play certain songs that posing violence against nobody. So, and I think Jamaica, the government of Jamaica need to make a step. We need a law like that all the people responsible in the public forum who is help spreading these kind of negative narrative with the music. Because if I'm in the music and this is what is selling to me, but there is no proof that this is selling. I keep hearing this narrative in dancehall that this is what the world wants to hear. Where is the proof?
There's no data.
Where is that? Where is the blueprint? Where is that proof? You can talk about all the great dancehall artists. Shabba Rankin make it because he sing a good song called Mr. Loverman and Trailer Load. And you understand? So even if we're talking about hardcore dancehall, you still have to sing certain things that the people can understand around the world poetically, that relatable to somebody's life. You understand? If you're going through sad time and you hear a sad song, it's relatable to you. But you imagine somebody die violently, you're not going to want to hear that song. So it's not something. So I would say to the young entertainer, make songs with meaning that is international, that is global. Because Jamaica has proved that we can do it and we've been doing it. Electric Boogie, I'm in Disney World, standing up and I see, imagine in Disney World, I see 50, 60,000 people singing Electric Boogie, dancing. This is a Jamaican song. This is from Jamaica. So we can do it.
You know, Anthony,
you go around the world and you sing a song like Bob Marley, One Love. You understand? Yes. People sing though. So we can do it. No. These songs, we can do it. We have done it.
But remember,
you understand? So I'm saying to the young entertainers, I'm not telling you to come and sing those Rasta music and You understand? I'm not going to tell you how to do your craft because the first thing I'm going to say, Anthony, you're a Rasta man, you want to tell me, no, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying to you, what is the meaning of that song that you sing? And you can't just dance to the community because the community is looking for you to make us proud. So when we jump up and say, yeah, you're a good entertainer, we not just want you to be a great entertainer singing in Jamaica. We want to see you waving that Jamaican flag around the world. Usain Bolt is not just great to us because he win in the national stadium. He's great to us because he win in the Olympic, he win in the World Forum. He made something that Jamaica. So this is what I'm saying to the young entertainer. Don't just do the music that stop in St. Elizabeth or stop in Kingston or stop in Negril or stop in Montego Bay. The song itself is struggling to get a visa when you are already struggling to get a visa. So you need to sing songs that already get a stamp, that can help you get a stamp somewhere in the world. And I want you to know that so many times you do your music and you don't understand that maybe you're already popular in Brazil, where you just no one tell you, or you never go out. Maybe you're a big superstar in Rwanda. Maybe you're popular in India. I've never known reggae music or reggae entertainers to go to India. And I take the chance. And I'm saying, but India was also colonized by the British, just like Jamaica. So that means they're supposed to speak English. When I go there, yes, they speak English. So I go to India, we go there to do a few club shows and it become a festival. Today, there's a big reggae festival in India called Goa Festival. And we would like a lot of Jamaican entertainers to start to thinking about making the trip to India because this is another market. This is 1.2 billion people who we can introduce reggae music to.
If you don't mind, I won't be going to India right now, though.
Not at this moment. Not at this moment. Not at this moment. At least.
But you know, Anthony B, you're making a crucial point
you are,
in as it relates to the mindset of some of our entertainers. But do you think that a lack of exposure is what is contributing to some entertainers not being able to think broadly, to think about impacting the world in a global way, as opposed to just limiting their thinking to impacting Jamaica?
Well, I think a re-education of oneself. I've never get the chance to go to school greatly, but when I start to make money, I try to re-educate myself every step I make along the way because during that step of re-education, it gives you a greater understanding, which sometimes I sit with a lot of entertainers and try to show them the business side of the business. But during re-education, you gain what is called patience to listen. You understand? And when you're a young artist, you're so fiery and you're so pumped up. Sometimes the business part of it is slow. And that reaction come after you few years in the music going, you say somebody rob you or you're not making no money. But because you ignore all the real steps to make that money in the future. Because that part of the business is called the slow part of the business. It is the part where you have to read those contracts. You have to find out what percentage of this song is yours. You understand? So that's not the part where, so that's the business part of it. The re-education of the business part of it, I think, is, and when you do the business part of it, you realize, all right, look at a thing like this, Kashima. There's a thing called Zumba. Zumba gym take songs.
They do.
So they want songs every week. They want songs every month. They want songs, and their playlists around the world. So they're not gonna take a song. Zumba is in every gym around the world, right? They're not gonna take a song. You're not gonna go to exercise in a gym with a song say, shoot him in his head, killer. No, you don't want to hear that. But if it's a nice workout song, if it's a nice song, it doesn't, you understand, it's a lyrics. There go a playlist that you could be on making money. But then the kind of music that you sing, you will not be accepted in a playlist like that. You understand? So it's just simple things, just a simple thing like that.
But you know, one of the things that you mentioned, and Anthony, and it was something that I was saying earlier, is that exposure is so crucial, because when you're not exposed to things, because as an artist, you have traveled the world and you have seen different cultures and you've seen how things are operating. The artists here, not to knock them, but some of them haven't seen it and they work with only what they know. And if they're not trying to expose themselves, even if they don't take a flight, But if they can go online and look and research and see how these things operate, maybe some of them would operate differently and actually do music for the worldwide market, especially all these places that we have traveled. Except, we're in Jamaica, they're only singing about gun and shooting and doing all these silly things. So I really believe that every opportunity, and as an established artist, if we can give these artists an opportunity to travel and have an idea what is going on worldwide, I think when they get back here, they're going to do their music a lot differently.
Yeah, that's a very valid point, Bones. It's very true, and that's why this is something I pray that every Jamaican could get the opportunity to leave the island, even for a week.
Yes.
You understand, and come back, because it do a lot. And another thing I want to say to my entertainer brothers out there, and even to the empresses in the music, it's time for us to listen as well as we hear.
Yes.
Someone said that to me when I was younger, and I'm saying it now to the music industry and to the music fraternity. So anyone who is willing to listen as well as they hear. Because Bones, as me and you know in this business, sometimes you might sit with an entertainer, you like him very much, you like his craft,
yes,
and you're trying to save him from dilemma and bad experience that you have faced yourself.
Right.
But then it become an egoistic trip.
Yep.
Where someone is telling you, okay, Anthony, because like in bad mind, they are through me thing hot, and I'm gonna try hold back me thing, and you understand. But so sometimes it's like watching, because this is my biggest problem. It's like growing up and you see your father step off outside the door and he drop in a hole, and you grow up now. Remember, you witness your father drop in that hole with your two eyes. You grow up and you come and you drop in that same hole. Your son grow up and he witness, and he saw. What can we do to make a step that someone else? So that's why I'm saying this is the thing that I can say for myself. I've started to listen as well as I hear. You understand? And I've paid dearly not to listen. You understand? And it's another thing, I've never bashed anyone in the music that have done something for me, even if it's bad or good. You understand? I've got bad experience with many great producers who helped me in the music. Financially, it might not benefit me, but yes, they have done something. They have planted a tree. They have given me an experience. They have helped me to grow, to reach to this way. Maybe without them, I would still be a struggling artist trying to make it. So it's another thing I'm saying to the entertainers. Sometimes some things happen in your life. It is bad. You leave it in the private part of your life. You don't have to go public. Because sometimes that also create a narrative about you when somebody else might be interested to come and help you complete that journey. You understand the way you treat that person in the beginning of your journey and the things that you might say about them in your vexation and within that egoistic moment. It destroys the ability for someone else to work with you. So sometimes we have to be careful, you understand, of the things that we put in the public forum and what we say publicly. Because at the same time, sometimes a lot of the entertainers, their career get damaged not because of the music, but because of something they have done in their public forum or their public life, or destroy their own career by shooting themselves in their foot or in their head, or by not just listening to a great advice. Or your mother might trying to save you sometime by telling you something, but mommy a slow me down, or Kashima see on the road and say, no, I like your music and I think I could give you an advice, but maybe Kashima is somebody more educated than you, but you don't have time to listen because she's not hyping you up. So sometimes that's what I'm saying to the entertainers. It's not about the person who is telling you about the hype and the song bad and you run the place. And that's not the business side of the business. You need that side, but that is the performance side. That's called entertainment. So you need that person too, but you need to listen to another person, which is called the slow person, the patient person, the person who is telling you read the contract, find a lawyer. It's best to give a lawyer $10,000 to look over $1 million contract than to lose the whole $1 million by not looking. And then you're going to find yourself running down to find a lawyer. You understand? Now you're going to pay a lawyer $800,000 to look over the contract after you get robbed, but you could just pay a lawyer $10,000 to do the deal. So this is what I'm saying to all my Jamaican brothers. Violence is a big problem in Jamaica, and every time I get the forum, I have to address it. Because I'm talking to a lot of people in America who is Jamaican, who want to come home, and these people have things that they can offer. They got opportunities, they got the reservoir that they can come and open in the country. But their fear is, look at what happened to Mr. William. oh, look at what happened to Mars Joe. He was there for 2 weeks, he get robbed. So I'm saying to the young youths in Jamaica, don't kill your opportunity. Don't destroy your future. You understand? Prison is not a life. Don't watch the friends and you see on the YouTube drinking Hennessy and flossing in prison. That's not a life.
No.
Please, I'm telling you, that's not a life. Freedom is a life.
I think that you should write a volume of encyclopedias if you have the chance. Because what you're doing is disseminating some very crucial bits of information. We can call it the Anthony B's, views.
Yeah. As we get a chance to address this platform, we have to say it, because remember now we are all being blamed that we support violence in the country. When they come out and say they're not pointing, they didn't call a name, they say music, and I'm a part of the music fraternity.
Yes, you are.
All of us is a part of this fraternity. So the way I see they go about it, if we come out and say something about the Christian community, which is not so, it's not good. They're not going to wait for me to call a pastor name. They're going to come out and address it. So this is something we have to do and address it. So in my little experience traveling the world, and I think the political government has traveled the world as well.
Yes.
The only reason that you don't play violent killing song on the radio station in America is because there's a law.
Right. Hate crime.
There's a law. It is called hate crime.
Right.
So I know in Jamaica, I used to go to dance and police couldn't stop a sound from playing because he couldn't put it up. But now that there's a law, I see sound man turning off their sound and going home because no one want to pay $1 million for his sound to be seized. So if there's a law, if the government think that the music is so violent, in America, they put parental stickers on certain things, and certain things is under lock and key. I go to buy backwoods that I smoke at the gas station, and they ask me for my ID.
Yes.
Old man like me, you see, I have to show an ID to buy tobacco. So when there's no law, the people run wild. When there's no fence, the animal go crazy. So if there's laws and there's policies, then you can say the laws and the policies is broken. But if there's no laws and no policy, you can't come and blame the citizen, blame the entertainers, blame them, because we are not the one to do. We are responsible for everything. Everybody's an adult and we're all responsible for what's going on. And I know all of us have to play a part. All of us have to take the blame in order to make the change. So I'm not taking myself out of it that I'm a part of the problem, but I am also a part of the solution. So if anyone is listening to us, we have opinions and we have points that sound valid, that because we see it work in other places.
Right.
You understand? You can't play certain music. It doesn't matter how rich Jay-Z is. He can't come on the radio station and tell you to play this at 97 because he is Jay-Z. No, because there's a law. So this is the same thing I'm saying to the government of Jamaica. If you think that the entertainment industry is supporting the thing, crime, as you say, where is the law to protect that part of it? So we know in the public forum then, okay, we can't do this. We're not going to come on the radio and say certain things because we know there's a law against it.
Right.
You understand? But if there's no law against it, so that's what I'm saying. This is my opinion about that point,
Yes. Anthony B, before we go, because we're getting the rap signal, the album that you're working on in the studio right now, can you give us some details on it in terms of
how many tracks, title, are there any collaborations? I know
it's gonna be a 13-track album. It's gonna be distributed by Infallible Record, Infallible Music. It's gonna be a song from it. I'm not gonna give it all the secret, but it's gonna be something very, very, very crazy. That's what I'm trying for. I'm trying for something I've never done. I'm gonna do roots album, culture album, but I'm trying to do an album that I've never done. So it is something surprising. Look out for it. It's coming out.
Forward to it. Anthony
and
B.
This album will follow King in My Castle, because you basically released that in 2020 and you're already working on something else for 2022.
Yeah, we can't play because you understand, the world is opening up. Right now I'm performing in May. I'm starting to perform in May right now in Arizona. So May 30th I'm in Arizona. July 3rd I'm in Fort Charlotte in Big Ship Show. Big up Godfather Freddie McGregor. You know me, got Freddie McGregor, Cocoa T, Michael Rose, you understand, Chino. all of us will be at the Big Ship show. It's
And
July 3rd in Port Charlotte.
We can do another show like
Yeah,
what we did.
Itana is on that show too, so big up Itana.
But
Port Charlotte.
we're talking about, remember the show that you and I did in Dayton, is it in Ohio?
Ohio. Yeah, we always talk about that.
That show.
Columbus and Ohio Bones, man. I tell you.
Accident show, I tell you.
Yeah, that show is, you understand? And we'll be in Texas, September.
Yes.
September, August 5th, we'll be in Texas. September 5th, we'll be in Humboldt County. So and look out for
wrap up signal, but with you planning on doing these shows across America, how are you safeguarding or protecting yourself given the fact that COVID is still rampant?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I am that person who believes that the Almighty is the ruler of all things. So if him say tonight at my time, at my time. If him say nobody, it's not my time, it's not my time. That's the only thing I can say, because everything I've been listening in the professionalism, it don't sound, because I hear that when you take the joke, it still don't protect you. When you take that, it still don't protect you. No one is sure. So in a place where no one is sure, I'm not going to say I am sure of nothing. Right. So the only thing I say, I'm leaving everything in the hands of the Almighty. That's all I can say.
And that's a good way to put a cap on this interview. Thank you so much, Anthony B. You
always
are
a pleasure.
Great, and thanks.
Give thanks, man. And bless up and love to all my people in Jamaica, 14 parish. Big up the Blair family. One love. Blessed love.
All right,
blessed love. Anthony B. Respect.
Yeah. Always a pleasure talking to Anthony B. You can definitely see the growth and development, like the maturity. Even though Anthony B has always been a level-headed and conscious entertainer, but big up, we can see that. It's apparent. Respect
Anthony B every time. And of course, big up Aja Pure and Tough Link Records. He did some great music with them also. All right, so we're now going to the IRFM Dancehall Chart Recap. And that's going to be with Courtney and DJ Brian.
This is the Guinness Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
I wonder is who really run dancehall. Who really have the number one song?
All the youths them.
Who run dancehall? Do you really want to know? Yeah.
Coming in at number 10 for this week, Spice, Sean Paul, Shaggy, go down there.
Number 9, Movado, Not Perfect.
Number 8, Ja Vinci, Basic.
Number 7, Sean Paul, Massacre, Skillibeng, Everest.
Number 6, Tentic, Roll Deep.
Number 5, Intense, Governor, Public Enemy number 1.
Number 4, Rygin King, Dancehall, Baddest Thing.
Number 3, Yaksta, Ambition.
Number 2, When Me Nice a Summer Guan, Coyote. Wonder if them ready for the number 1 song for this week. Coming in at number 1 for the 3rd week. Nation Boss, Cuban, number 1. On the IRFM Dancehall Top 10 Countdown.
Where humility, plenty, growth is a must.
When you see me, I'm so looking like my last year. In the last, me just a looking at my thoughts. And pray some things so people don't mean out the past. Now act like some are perfect, everybody have them flaws. Long before the COVID thing done up for them, I wear a mask, yeah. Watch them kill it as them try go round the bus, yeah. Loyalty come with the cost, and I'm be asking how I love it on me heart. But anytime your heart too big, my lad, then we take you for a fool. And this is why me not like you, man.
Big song, a big song. The Guinness Top 10 charts is where it happens. Only big songs make this chart.
Dancehall can't stand.
Dancehall, love me everything.
Can you see
Thank
me?
you very much. That's the IRFM Dancehall Chart Recap with DJ Brian and Courtney Mack. And of course, the number 1 song there was Nation Boss. And we had him on last week as our music artist. So still doing big things. Number 1 this week. Of course, Irama is back in the town again. Ephraim Martin is online with us. Ephraim, welcome, sir. How you doing?
As usual, boy.
How you doing, Mr. Martin? How you doing, sir?
Doing well indeed. Pleased to be back here in Jamaica again.
Talk to us about Irama. What can we expect for this year's staging?
The virtual staging coming up.
Oh, this virtual is going to be wonderful.
All right, tell us.
The only thing that will be missing is the audience. I mean, the live audience, but international audience is going to be massive.
When, where, what can we expect?
And of course, it's going to be this Sunday.
Yes.
This Sunday coming 8 p.m. Jamaican time, if I should say.
Yes.
Around the world, the time can be different.
Yep.
But and of course, I know the people just can't wait to see what's coming to them.
True.
Because we have a massive lineup of international entertainers who will be participating.
Yeah.
Of course, from Jamaica, we have a wealth of entertainers, and from Africa, outstanding. So it's an event no one going to want to miss it. And of course, it will be seen. They can watch the event and listen to the event on IRI FM as always. And of course, irama.com, which is youtube.com/irama. We have a whole ton of artists that will be performing.
Tell us, yes.
We have Beanie Man. We have from the Jamaican end, we have Ziggy Marley.
Nice.
Will be taking the stage. You have I'm not looking at the full list now, but you have Spike. It will be hosted by Gramps Morgan,
right?
Along with The Angel will be anchoring. We have Flower Gun. We have Papa Michigan, and the list just goes on. But it's going to be a great.
What are some of the major categories that you're looking forward to, Mr. Martin?
Yes, of course, the major category. This is the Entertainer of the Year, the Bob Marley Awards for Entertainer of the Year.
Right.
That is major. You have the recording, the IRI FM sponsor awards for Recording Artist of the Year. Nice. Then, of course, you have the Best Album CD. You have the virtual, because of the time we're in. You have the Virtual Entertainer of the Year. You have the Stagecraft Entertainer. And, of course, video, just to name a few. But if you should take a look, of course, there's nothing strange that Buju Banton this year is nominated again in 11 category.
Right.
And, of course, And of course, in addition to Buju Banton, you have top nominees like Coffee, a Popcorn, and of course, a Taurus Riley, just to name a few of the top. But Gramps Morgan came in 4 categories, which is people like you, and the group from Africa, Master KG. Came in 3 categories for this year's award. So it's going to be one to build.
You have been doing this awards since 1982. What keeps you going, Mr. Martin?
People like you and IRI FM.
I tell you. Yeah, but I wanted to find out from you just some mechanics of the show here. You're going to be doing a virtual show. I want you to tell us the time that the stream will be on, and also just give us the specifics on the streams. Like, you mentioned them earlier, but just for emphasis, we want you to tell us where we can actually access the stream to watch the entire show.
Well, we have to start off with the #1 station out of Jamaica. The #1 radio station, of course, IRI FM.
That's right.
And then irama.com, and youtube.com/irama. If you have not yet subscribed, you can subscribe to youtube.com/irama. And so you will be, when the premiere launch, you'll be notified. But you'll be notified by that time. But it's 8 o'clock. This Sunday. It's also on Onstage TV. Okay. It will be on PBCJ, a television, among others. But several of the major entertainers will be featuring on their channel the awards also. They will be sharing.
Well, I tell you, Ephraim, you've been doing this a long time, and of course, it only gets better and better. You had to diversify your style of doing it this year because it's virtual. We only wish you the best with it. And Irama it's been a long time now. And
Yes.
and you did say that you're going to keep it mostly in Jamaica now, from now on. I know you keep it at venues all around the world back in the day.
Yes, but at least for our 40th anniversary next year,
Yes.
Jamaica must be it.
Must be it.
And I should let you know that the 40th anniversary will be on May the 1st, 2022,
right,
in Kingston, Jamaica, unless you give me a better venue in Jamaica.
All right. We'll look into that. But Ephraim, thank you.
Mr. Ephraim Martin, we wish you all the best. And Sunday is the big day. Be sure to log on to catch the virtual staging.
Respect.
Thank you very much. And again, it's www.irama.com. irama.com for all the information you need. And you watch at youtube.com/irama.
All right,
So
Ephraim Martin,
be a part
of
of
the
it.
Irama.
It's going to be a grand celebration.
It's going to be awesome. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
All right, we're up for a break. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
The time brought to you by IRI FM is...
It is now 9:54, and we are almost getting ready to be out of time. I wonder what you want to do this time, girl. You want to try and make a phone call? Can we make a phone call?
Yeah, I think we can.
One, maybe.
We can squeeze one, don't it?
I think we can squeeze one in. I mean,
So the numbers to call, 974-5051.
974-5043.
Or 974-5079.
Right, so call us. And, of course, 618-0352. We're going to see if we can just find out what's going to be happening, what's happening in your area. Lovely night.
Do you have a question, comment, or big up?
Yeah, tell us about the shootout. What you think about that? To me,
crazy.
All right, no joking
What's
around.
your calling you live?
Good night.
Good night, Kashima.
Good night.
Big up.
Good. Big up, boys. How you doing?
We good, man. What's your
name?
We're
good.
Where you calling from?
Desmond, the AC boss calling from Portmore.
Yes, Desi. Big up.
Big up Portmore.
Big up, man.
Big up
Boy,
Portmore.
I tell you, Anthony B. Boy, they're very intelligent.
Excellent,
artist,
eh?
When the man come across, I tell you, so when the man come across, all of the thing with the man attack, man, he come like, so the man is a journalist, boy. But
he has traveled and he has learned,
Yes.
I tell you. He has traveled and he has learned, so he has all the information.
You have to bring on more artists like them on the show because
True,
when
true.
attack is pure reality.
See.
Just reality them man they attack. Because if the government really set up something like that for you, you know, say, so the man must go come good. They must go in the back in them brain and say, all right, I refer more. I refer to prepare me to sing with them, you know, so I can do certain songs, you know, so I must go clean up my thing and come with some uplifting songs.
I don't think we not tell them, you know. We tell them, you know, say to us, please give us something that is uplifting, radio friendly, and so on. But of course, because I guess there's no rule, they just send foolishness when they're ready to.
You need some rule, man. You need some rule, man. Because you think get out there, you know. Because guess what happen now? So you have an art. Remember saying, you know, we work with money, you know, buy with clothes, you know, and pay going to the dance, you know. I'm a type of COVID come now, so, you know, it's have certain things. But we used to work with money, buy with clothes, and go to the dance hall, go listen to the artist, or go to the stage show, go listen to the artist.
Right.
So the artist is a powerful thing out there.
Right, you're right.
You understand? It's never work with money, right? Buy clothes. And to go out and show, to go listen to your artist. That means the artists them have something where people move to them.
Right.
You see me I say? So if the artists them give some clean songs, motivate you, then we are better.
Yeah. And Anthony B really he dropped some gems, and I think one of the crucial things in what he pointed out is that there is no accountability, and if people are not being held accountable, then you know there are no sanctions, and they'll just continuously do as they please.
Artists like them man will come up and talk the things them because them artists they not come up with nothing, man. Them not come. They're not going to the brain box at all. Them just talk anything right now. The music lost its taste. Me not feel the vibes of the music again, yo. The thing gone. You see what I'm saying? you think gone, you just get the music just loose up. Get it again, you know.
Well, I'm glad that Anthony B could come on and bring some insight to what what he's experiencing around the world and telling us here. They say we want to big you up for call through, Respect every
Give
time,
thanks for
brother.
calling and big up Portmore.
Portmore for
Yeah,
sure.
man, big up, mama, big up, big up, no. Come
What
on,
true?
big up my son, Deshaun from over Spanish Town there and things.
Yeah.
From Angel to be specific. I want to big up Herman in Amandeville there. I want to big up Romy and my brother in Amandeville there and things. Same. I want to big up my brother Coffee in Amandeville there and things. So big up Marlon and them out there. Yeah, AC man and them things there. So, bless up on yourself. It's nice talking to you. I always listen to IRFM 24/7/44. Saying
Respect and love and
Give
honor. Here,
thanks.
sir. Respect.
Bless it.
All right. That's the time that we have tonight. We want to say very special thanks to everyone who made the buzz possible. But of course, we want to say thanks to our sponsor, Thomo Vibes Distributor, Trong Back Tonic Wine, strengthen your back for Met the Attack.
And thank you, a big thank you, of course, to our producer, Sandrika Masters, technical operator, DJ Lollipop. Big up, of course, Pizza Broadband on social media.
All right. And we want to say a special thanks to our participants. So we big ups to Ras Blinga, also Abby Dallas, and of course, Anthony B for being a part of the program tonight. Join us next week for another exciting edition of the EBUZZ. I'm DJ Bones.
And I'm Kishima Francis. Muta Baruka is up next with The Cutting Edge.
We're out.
Everybody feel irate.